With this message for you today, I asked your loved ones, what does Aries need to know right now? You have the World in reverse, the King of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. All right. So it looks like you are going through a difficult time for yourself, Aries. And it's something, it's just been a long time coming with this struggle that you're going through. If you look at the man with the wands that he's carrying, so you're carrying all your responsibilities, the pressure to succeed, the pressure to maintain relationships, that pressure to balance everything in your life. And you may be feeling very exhausted, overwhelmed. You may have some fear that you will not succeed. There may be some fear around relationships, but we'll see. With this King of Cups card, I don't believe this is you. I feel like this is you. This is the symbol of you today. And especially because this is the wands are fire signs. So I see Aries in this, and this represents Pisces or water signs. And for me, I feel like the King of Cups represents your subconscious or how you feel on the inside. I feel like the King of Cups is what you internally know, and it's watching you from the outside looking in. So I don't think you have a good connection with your emotions. I don't think there's a lot of self-awareness with how you feel, like deep down inside. It looks like you are emotionally detached. You may be running on autopilot. You may be operating systematically. So there's a routine that you follow. You don't stray from that routine. You're just doing what you need to do to get by. Now, this is a collective reading, so take what you can connect with or relate to or whatever that can help you out today. Okay, so this isn't everyone, but I do feel like the majority of you is dealing with emotional turmoil, but you're not living in those emotions. It's almost as if you put those emotions in a box to deal with later at a later time. Just because you've been struggling so much, or there's a difficult situation you're going through, you just don't have time to deal with your emotions. And so I do see there may be a lack of closure as well. I see for some of y'all there's a feeling of losing your identity, losing yourself, losing your purpose. And I asked your loved ones, what if there's anything in your past that you need closure with, what is it? So they gave me the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the King of Wands. To me, it looks like you are dealing with mistakes that you've made in the past, or an opportunity that you had, but you sort of dropped the ball on that opportunity. And this opportunity I see in the recent past for you was an opportunity for you to reconcile with someone. I see some conflict given the Queen and the King, a partnership, but it doesn't have to be a partner. It could be a friend, a family member, just someone who you feel as if they are your counterpart. They may complete you, or they just may have been someone that you care about and have a lot of respect for. And I see that there may have been some conflict between you two. And it looks like on your part, you dropped the ball. For some of y'all, you dropped the ball. And you could have had an opportunity to come to some sort of conflict resolution, or come to some sort of compromise, or to try again. And for whatever reason, you couldn't figure out how to make it work on your end. So I see in the cards that there is a feeling for you that you missed an opportunity. Not your partner or your counterpart, not them, but you did. You messed up. Or at least if you have any guilt or shame or regret or remorse, it's showing up more stronger than maybe your resentment towards them, okay? Or your hurt towards them, whatever they've done to you, if that makes sense. And that's what I'm seeing. Given the Hierophant too, I really do feel like this is a relationship that you truly care for. And again, you have that chance to right some wrongs, move forward, let go of your past, and no, it didn't happen for whatever reason. And I do feel like you suffered a loss, whether this could be a physical loss, so you lost someone, you separated from someone, or this just could be a emotional or mental loss, right? A loss of yourself. Again, like I said, a loss of identity, or it could be spiritual, a loss of your purpose in life. So you could be feeling quite detached from your own world, from your own environment, like you feel like you don't fit in anymore. And just to clarify, I did ask, okay, this King of Cups, his eyes is watching you, and is this someone who's leaving you to struggle, to suffer, to do all the work? So there could be someone in your life who is more emotionally mature, and this could be your partner or your counterpart, again, friend, family member. They're more emotionally mature, they're more emotionally stable than you, and they may be wanting to have you prove to them that you can mature emotionally, mentally, that you can be able to right your wrongs, you can accomplish the goals that you set out to do. Now, and also change as a person. So there may be some personality traits that somebody else in your life does not approve of, so they're wanting to see if you can change. But if the King of Cups is not a person, your loved ones gave me this. Your loved ones on the other side, just in case you get confused. So your loved ones on the other side, they clarified for me this King of Cups with the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, to me, if it's not someone in your life, this represents your emotions. This represents your spirit. You do know on a subconscious level that whatever has happened, it can't continue to happen or be repeated. And you know whatever you're doing may not be what's best for you, including whatever you're trying to accomplish or obtain, whether that is a goal or a relationship. It looks like you know subconsciously that what you are trying to do next may not be the best decision, but you're still doing it anyway, given that the Ten of Wands is in motion and they are almost at the finish line. They're almost there at obtaining whatever it is that they want to obtain. Now, if you take a closer look at the Ten of Wands, you can see that there's a castle in the background. So this is a man, and you could be man or woman, but in this card, you notice the man struggling to get to the castle. So the castle is full of all the things that he could have wished for. Wealth, right? Security, comfort, luxury, status, right? A good reputation, popularity, all the things that would be in this castle, this man is struggling his way to get to. Now, I wanted to know what was in your castle. Metaphorically, what is in the castle that you want to go to? And your loved ones gave me the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Emperor. To me, this looks like you are wanting a seat at the table, and at that table are people that you admire or that you respect. This could be your own father or parent figure. This could be other relatives that do well for themselves. They're financially well off. They have a good reputation. People like them. They support them. You know, you want what they have. So that could represent your family or people that you admire. Or this could just be metaphorically speaking. You want what a king has, right? You want what's in this picture for both of these. So you want that wealth, you want the status, you want that gold, you want to look good. So you want other people to adore you. You want people to respect you. You may even want people to fear you. For some of y'all, you may want people to want to please you because you have that much power. And I have to say, Aries, a lot of king cards came out today. So you have the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, You have the King of Cups, the King of Wands. Where else? Another King of Pentacles. So having power, having true power, having a mastery of your skills, being able to accomplish what you set out to do. So at the, you're at, not only you're at the finish line, but you own that whole finish line. Like you are the top, you are at the top 1%. Okay. So I feel like for a lot of you, there is a desire to not only reach some level of stability that you may have lost, but you want the adoration, the love, the respect. You want the authority. You want to stand out, and you want to be like nobody else. Okay, you want to be unique. Interesting part for you, Aries, is this Knight of Wands. So at this table that you want to sit at, you have the King and you have the Emperor. But your place where you are going to be sitting in between, you have the Knight of Wands. So over here, you were represented as the King of Wands. And again, the wands are fire signs. So this is representing you, Aries. And instead of becoming the King of Wands, you're still the Knight of Wands. So even if you were to get a seat at the table, you still would feel, I don't know, like a child compared to other people, or maybe having imposter syndrome for some of y'all. It just seems to me you could also, okay, so you notice the Knight of Wands is looking this way at you struggling. You may not, once you get the seat at the table, it almost seems like you won't even get that closure that you needed, so you won't be able to heal the wounds within you. Like the past has scarred you in such a way that you won't be able to shake off the old you. So everything that's going on with you now and everything that went on with the old you may still be attached to you or may be haunting you. So even if you get to your destination and sit with all these kings, you may still not be happy or fulfilled in the way that you thought you would. And I also wanted to just for your loved ones to elaborate on what you carry within you, what is weighing on your shoulders, right? They gave me the Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Tower, and they're all in reverse. So what you're carrying on you would be a separation or divorce in a relationship, or just general unhappiness within your home, within your family, okay, conflict within your family that is weighing on you, that you may be separated from your family or your partner. What also is weighing on you is the loss that you have, the loss that has occurred to you. So the loss of money, a loss of a job title, a loss of your status, a loss of a lifestyle, and again, a loss of someone you care about. But also with the Tower here, you're carrying with you this need to prevent more loss from happening to you. So there is an overwhelming need for you to win. And I asked your loved ones, what change are you trying to avoid here? Because I do see you don't want to lose what you have, or you don't want to lose any more things or people in your life. And they gave me the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Wands. And this just means that you really do not want to lose out on whatever you have left. You don't want to lose out on your dreams. You don't want to lose out on your reputation. You don't want to bring home more shame. So you want to be able to do what you have to do, go out into the world, do what you have to do, achieve those goals, and come home and be proud of yourself, and have those you care about be proud of you. And it's interesting though that subconsciously you feel like it's not the best thing for you to do. However, your fear may be so strong of you losing out on your dreams, losing out on bringing home some sort of victory, that you're overriding your subconscious. You're not listening to yourself, I feel like. So let's take a closer look at the subconscious of yours. If the King of Cups indeed represents your subconscious, so 3 more cards. Okay, let me move that up. Can y'all see? All right, you have the Four of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Empress. Notice you have the Four of Wands here. Okay, I do actually see both. This could represent, the King of Cups could represent your emotions, your subconscious, your intuition, your passion, but as well as a person in your life. So, with the person in your life, for some of y'all, this King of Cups, the person in your life is watching you struggle because they do not want to have a relationship with you. So I was right in the beginning. For some of y'all, this person who is watching you struggle is someone who can't accept that everything will be okay. So they want to see you prove yourself, whoever this person is. And if this King of Cups represents your emotions, your subconscious, your passion, this represents you not being able to accept that somebody else, that the person in your life that you care about has moved on from you. So if you have recently been separated from a loved one or a family, you're unable to accept that it's over or that it cannot be worked out. So I do see an inability to accept what has happened or inability to accept the loss. There is some of y'all who are actually wanting to leave a certain relationship or environment. For some of y'all, I do see if you are not struggling to make a relationship work or you're struggling to accept a relationship is over, I do see some of y'all are wanting to leave a relationship that you're currently in, and it could be due to you wanting to avoid conflict or prolonging conflict or wanting to avoid working on that relationship. So having those difficult conversations where you have to speak about your emotions and how you're really feeling. So some of y'all could be hiding in your work. Some of y'all are working too much in order to avoid your emotions. And that also may be why you're represented by the Knight of Wands at the Table of Kings, because you are avoiding a part of yourself that has to be addressed. Now I'm going to clear this off so that we can see if your loved ones have anything else to say. Clean slate to the side. I'm going to do 3 more cards to see what else your loved ones have for you today, Aries. So 3 more cards for Aries. What else, loved ones? Okay. All right, Aries, we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil yet again, and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, it looks like your loved ones want to tell you, if you decide to not work on the things that you need to work on, then the devil will work on it for you. And you may not like what the devil does, right? Now that is speaking symbolically, metaphorically, or in other words, you reap what you sow. So maybe that is a better expression. Your loved ones want to tell you, you reap what you sow. So whatever effort you put into working on your self-development, your emotional growth, your self-awareness, your ability to connect to others on a deeper emotional level, if you choose not to work on those, remember, whatever you give to other people, you will get back. And at the top of the deck was the Fool in reverse. It's almost as if your loved ones are saying, don't be a fool. All right, anything else for Aries? I'm just going to shuffle again and get 3 more cards. What else for Aries? Okay, so you have the Ace of Wands, the Hermit, and the 4 of Swords, and they're all in reverse. Remember, you had the Ace of Wands to describe your missed opportunity to reconcile, to gain that closure, to begin your healing. Your loved ones want you to do less self-reflection on this missed opportunity. So if you have this habit of replaying what happened in the past and what you did wrong, and if you have this habit of thinking about what you could do in the future to right this wrong, your loved ones want you to stop that. The only way for you to not be tormented by your past and by what you could have done better or what you should have done, is for you to go ahead and address it physically in reality. You need to manifest whatever this missed opportunity was into an opportunity that you can have. Your loved ones want you to work on this missed opportunity because they're for you to make positive change in your life. Anything else, loved ones? 3 more cards again. All right, you have the 7 of Wands in reverse, the 8 of Swords, and the Magician. What did I just say up here? For you to make this missed opportunity a real opportunity in reality. Your loved ones gave you the card of manifesting, so they're just reiterating. They want to tell you, you also have to let your guards down. So if you have put up walls around you, or you've put your emotions in a box, or you've been emotionally detached from other people, if you have been blindly focused on achieving certain goals, especially for those who have been overworking at your career or other certain goals, and you've been neglecting other aspects of your life, especially relationships, your loved ones want you to put down your walls and be open to any changes that may happen for you, or for any connections with other people that may happen for you. It is the only way for you to free yourself. So in a way, you are the reason why you have been limited or are feeling restricted lately on your progress at your goals or in your relationships. You are part of the reason why there is no progress. And in order for there to be some type of positive change to even begin, you first have to let down some of your walls. And then you're going to have that power to manifest whatever it is that you want. And lastly, I'm going to draw 3 more cards, because I feel like there is a "and" from your loved ones. Okay, you have the 2 of Cups in reverse, the 9 of Swords in reverse, and the 7 of Pentacles. You just had that, remember? And this was, you reap what you sow. So whatever you put in, metaphorically, into your garden is what you're going to receive. So your loved ones want to tell you, for some of y'all, do not put too much focus on a certain relationship or partnership. Do not put too much focus on this. What matters right now is for you to work on your garden. So that is having your actions match what you want. So having good relationships could be a part of your garden, but it cannot be the only thing in your garden that can fulfill you or that can sustain you. And I hope that makes sense. Until next time, take care.